going on, everybody? We are live on Brokerage Today. This is our live stream. If you guys are interested, if you guys have any questions, please drop them in the chat below. All right, so we're going to take a look at some of these signals over here. First, you want to get started. We're going to look at the bias over Bitcoin over the last 4 hours. Obviously bullish. Not a lot of signs of this slowing down other than this point of resistance right here. And so you can see we have a bearish order block up above here. That's pretty interesting. Guys, just keep in mind, if anybody hasn't heard this before, this is just for educational purposes only. Don't take any trades based off anything you see here. Always consult a professional. Do your own due diligence. We're not responsible for any trades that you might place or anything like that. But this is strictly for educational purposes and a lot of helpful and interesting information. That's about it. So we're checking out the Bitcoin price here, and you can see here it looks like it might break out right above this level, put in a high today at about 114,000. Let's just see. Yep, right around 114. And if this price breaks above 114,000, we'll probably go up a lot higher. The first signs of resistance would be this bearish order block right here, sitting right here. Now, if we pull back the chart, you can see this is a pretty good top point. There's probably a lot of liquidity sitting up above that. And then the next point right here is that 117 that we have not seen since August 25th. So a couple weeks at this point. So that's a point of liquidity. This order block may get triggered. I mean, it turned into a breaker block because only 8% of the trades there or the volume is here. Look at a lot of the volume is down here on the buy side, 33%, 19%, 18%. So this is why I like the algos. It really shows me where the volume is occurring in the market, right? These bearish order blocks show you what's going on. And it also gives us an idea of which way the market is trending, which way it's going. So check that out. Now, on the lower time frame, you can see we kind of found some resistance here at a 114,100, which is similar to where the high of the day was. If you guys want to use free algos like these, you could really plot those points of the day so you can see them clearly on lower time frames. You have the daily, the 4 hour, the 1 hour. So see a little bit of rejection, but unless we get below that 1 hour here, we're probably staying in that uptrend here. So I would say the bias is definitely long. While we could go for shorts, I'd be looking for more longs, and that's what we're going to be looking at today. All right, very nice. This one is breaking out. That we got to look at this. We got a nice long signal right here, and this one broke right up, and now it's breaking down actually. Let's see if that bounces right down to 101. Very good volatility. This is pretty interesting. We had a long signal right here. This is right now, this is kind of huge. This is a 2% move just in about 5 minutes. Very interesting. See if we can do something with that. All right, so that looks like a pretty good liquidity grab. Came right down close to this. I'm going to put, just to watch this here, I'm going to put this in right here. Let's go long. About 108. Right there. Let's place a stop at about 0.5%, which is not a lot for this name right now because it's moving 2% in 5 minutes. A 0.5% is really, really tight. Really tight, actually. Might have to go a little bit more than 0.5%. Almost 1%, about 89%. So we probably want to see if we can get a 3% return, get a 3-to-1, something like that would be very interesting. Let's say this is hypothetical here. And if this goes down, it's pretty low stop point there. But I think we've already seen a liquidity grab there, and we'll see if that holds or not. May not hold through. So a couple things jump out to me about this right here. I'm actually going to bring this down and put an entry at, let's say, 10:03, just to see what that looks like. And say 10:04. Okay, with a similar stop. That stop is at about 94, 95. That's fine. And again, maybe a 3.5 risk to reward. We'll see what happens there. The only other thing that sticks out to me about this is you have this support trend line right here, and then you also have a huge volume candle right here. There was a lot of volume right there. You haven't seen that much volume since earlier today. That was a huge volume candle. So the question is that volume enough to make a reversal at this point? We'll see. We'll see if that wick turns around. There we go. We look like we're going to get a push to the upside right now. Nope, a little bit of rejection. Let's see what happens. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Very nice. Let's see if we get some follow through. Now, keep in mind, it is currently 56. So we've got about 4 more minutes till the candle closes. So if that candle closes green without wicking down, good shot of going back up. There we go. We just closed that candle green, so we'll see if that starts to move up. We'll give it some time. We're going to look around at some other setups and we'll take it from there. We'll keep an eye on this one. But it looks like we just closed 2 candles in a row. So we're looking for a break all the way to that upside. We're going to probably take out all the liquidity up above that level. So if you guys aren't familiar with the smart money concepts or liquidity grabs and sweeps and ICT and stuff like that, if you guys aren't following some of this, it'll change the way you view the markets and the way you view trading. So if you understand what has to happen, there's certain things that have to happen. So you can see right here, a fair value gap was created, and odds are price will just kind of mitigate that fair value gap and it'll go right through that. Might reverse off of it. We'll see. But these fair value gaps are pretty interesting here. You can see we mitigated these 2 previous fair value gaps. We came right down into that, and then we reversed back up. Nice. So we are getting that break up. Nice. And it's moving. And this is a pretty volatile name, right? BAN USDT. Man, look at this. It's a great move. Currently 0.5% in 5 minutes. If you're on 20x leverage, it's about 10% in 5 minutes. Now, depending on certain countries and things like that, and which broker you use, and if you're not just trading for, to learn and stuff like that, there are some people that are using 50x leverage right there. So at 50x leverage, that's a 25% return in 5 minutes, which is a pretty big move. So we'll see here. Is it going to cut through that fair value gap, or is it going to reverse back down off that fair value gap? You never know. It might stay in that bearish downtrend. As you can see, there's a bearish trend line there that's formed, but it looks like the last bearish trend line was rather short. We got a long signal over here all the way. Great exit over here. That move was pretty big. That was a big move. Let's see how big that was. This was approximately a 6% move. 6%. That's a pretty colossal move right there. So let's see if we were to look at something from when we got the long up here, but I'm just going to take it from this wick right here, and let's just look. Yeah, a 5-6% move would put us up there. Might take about an hour or so. I mean, this was over a couple hours, so 6% move over a couple hours. Yeah, pretty big move, if you ask me. If we were to get 6%, I don't think that's going to happen here. But 3%, I think it's, if it rips up, pretty good. %3%, at a 50x. It's about 150%. All right, it's really breaking up now. Here we go. That's another about 0.5% move in one bar. It's pretty good. Now, we just broke through two pretty key levels, right? We had a fair value gap right in here before. That's now been mitigated. That's gone. We're breaking past that trend line, and we're breaking out above this resistance right here. Wow, look at that. That is now a 1% candle right there. 5 minutes, 1% candle. This is how you catch volatility. This is crazy. Here we go. Now, this level right here, you see all that resistance? You see the bearish, the premium zone here? There's bearish resistance up ahead. You have all this rejection from before. Let me see if I could draw this out for you guys. You see all these rejections, all these wicks right here, all this. This is all really strong proven resistance. Now the question is it going to just tear through that? What's interesting here is we had this move up, and then we really see a lot of consolidation across from here to here. And now we've got price doing something like this. We had price come back down here, and I'm wondering, do we get another push way higher? Now, this one candle is now at 1.2% in 5 minutes. Will we get a full 3% out of this? All right. So this is a key moment right here. We're getting another short signal right there. You see that level right in here. This level's pretty huge. So we're gonna have to find out really quickly if we're gonna get that past that level or not, or if we're gonna reject off of it. If we go right through that level, man, that's gonna be interesting. This level right here is pretty key. And it looks like we're just breaking right through it. Look at the candle before. That candle before was 1.5% in 5 minutes, and this next one is already about 0.25%. It's huge volatility, guys. This is the kind of stuff you really only see in crypto markets. Wow, this is really breaking up here. Another 1%. We just captured about 2.5% in 10 minutes. Let's see if it keeps going. So we did break through those key levels, which tells us now it's either going to reject or it might just keep trucking. Let's see. Now, from this entry point, let's just do a quick measurement. From this entry point, we're almost at that 3%. Yep, 3%. If you're at 50x, that's like 150%. It's pretty solid. And sometimes you got to know when to just take a perfect setup like that and boom, close it out. Not get too greedy. That's a great setup right there. Does not get cleaner than that. Got the long signal, came down a little further, had all these algos telling us where it's going. And look at that perfect fill right through there and a signal on top. Broke a lot of this. I'm not a future teller, so I can't tell you if it's going to keep going or if it's going to reject and come back down. We have data and stats on how to do that. But if you guys are interested in learning more, please do join our community, like and subscribe. Join us for some live sessions, and we'll see you in the next video.